Dominica for about a week and a half. We've done a couple of tours. We're gonna leave tomorrow, so we went to the fish market today and got some fresh tuna. He cut the head off of it. We also got a full mahi, and I've already filleted it up. If you have them cut it up at the market, they cut it into steaks like this. But we like to have what we would call a fillet. So yeah, I'm filleting fish. We don't catch any fish, but I'm practicing my filleting skills for one day when we do.
Maybe this will, like, you know, shame me into fishing tomorrow when we sail from here to Martinique. We're gonna leave early in the morning and sail to St Pierre, where we were, I don't know, a couple months ago. So it's kind of be neat to get back there again. And this time around, we're gonna try to hike Mount Pelée and do a few more things, since we don't have the little bit of a schedule we did trying to get to Guadeloupe. So yeah, Lindy's working on the tuna.
So I've filleted the tuna. I think I did a pretty good job. I missed a little bit on this very last one, but now we've got like 4 tuna loins. I just got to take the skin off these last 2, and we'll have some yummy tuna.
Sounds good. We've been spending a lot of time this evening getting the boat ready for passage making, and it's pretty much ready. Try to leave around 6 or so, and Lindy's been working on a dinner here. What is this, babe?
It is going to be tuna with tomatoes and capers. So I've got the sauce going here, and then I'm going to put the tuna and it'll like poach in the tomato and caper liquid. And then I made eggplant parmesan. I didn't bread it and fry it, I just baked it. And that's going to be our side.
That looks good. Those look like local tomatoes and eggplant and everything. Okay. Well, looks like it's going to be a yummy meal. Then we'll get some rest and get up early. You can see water maker's already in the cockpit. Got the sail cover off. Dinghy's up there. Yeah. She's got the dinner all plated up and on the table. It's a beautiful sunset here in the anchorage at Portsmouth. Nice. Be sad to leave Dominica. Definitely a place I'll be glad to come back to again one day. All right. Super yummy looking. Got some Netflix queued up. Yeah, all right. See y'all in the morning. Time to go sailing. We're up before sunrise, and Sanitas is just leaving their mooring. We're warming up the engine, and we're about to start sailing to Martinique. Everything's looking good. It's about that time. Lindy's getting some stuff ready on the bow, and we'll take off. After 3 months of cruising north from Grenada to Guadeloupe, this would be our next big move south towards Grenada after a couple of weeks in Dominica. We were excited to see Martinique again and spend the next 2 or 3 months there, and also seeing some new places like St. Lucia. There's our last look at Guadeloupe and the Saints for the year. They'll go out of sight as we turn the corner right here, start heading south down the coast. Pretty morning. Got the mainsail up, double reef, which is over reefed as usual for holiday, as we go for comfort. Doesn't look like there's going to be much wind as we move along the coast, and the closer we get to the south, the more wind will start to be, and we'll sail across the gap, which is somewhere between 23 and 25 miles. All right, for the next 4 hours, just going to be motoring down the beautiful coast of Dominica. You ready, Lindy?
Sure.
Wind's so fluky, it's coming from the west now. As we approached the south end of the island at Scott's Head, we could see where the wind and waves would pick up ahead of us. It's supposed to be a good sailing angle today, so we shall see. But yeah, I'd say within the next minute or two, we're gonna get just a tad of wind. We got basically nothing right now, 1.8 knots is the true wind. See the line right there, that'll be a little bit of wind. Not a lot, but a little. Starting to see the effects with some swells. See our bow starting to move. We're getting close to being even with Scott's Head. The wind has kind of come up and down a little bit. It's been hanging out around 11 or 12, and it's coming around to a good sailing angle. We'll just motor sail out here a bit further, get past this point. But you can see all of Dominica is just about behind us now. We can see Martinique ahead, kind of blended in with those clouds right there. Hopefully we don't get too much rain. That's Mount Pele. Do it there, babe.
Okay.
was a spirited start to the sail. We're hearing some big swells, still near Scott's Head, winds apparent 16 to 21, kind of gusty. That should smooth out as we get further into the gap. Wind angle's about 70 apparent, so that's a little bit better than I was thinking it was going to be. The true wind's actually behind our beam. The further we get out here into the gap, this is going to end up being a good sail. It's just always kind of shocking when you go from flat water to going really fast and kind of heeled over like we are. But so far so good. Yeah, here we go. All right, I've mostly got the sails set up now. Lindy got them just right. Looking good, feeling a little wind, full of wind. And we're flying. It's awesome. Here on holiday, we like to pass them like they're standing still. Won't be long now. Waves, they're pretty big. Look at this one here. For all the wind in this notorious gap between Martinique and Dominica, this passage was going along great, and we were in a good mood as we were able to slip between some of the scattered squalls in the area. But as you'll see, as we start to have some equipment problems along with some shifting winds, even though Martinique is getting closer and closer, our mood really changes. Just a small annoyance, and along with the sporty conditions, we're soon ready to be done with the sail and at anchor. We're flying along, we got a squall coming behind us, and our wind indicator stopped giving us the right information, so that kind of stinks. we're both pretty ready to be back behind Martinique. Still got about 2 hours left, so yeah. There's the wind indicator. It's showing a strange direction and no wind. There you can see got water coming over. There's the squall. I probably need to take back over, make sure we're doing okay. I got things back under control a little. We are flying. If the winds were consistent, setting the sails once without our instruments wouldn't be aggravating at all. But with the passing squalls, the winds were very shifty and we were having to set the sails over and over. Seas are looking a little nasty. We seem to be making it in front of the squall, so that's good. Martinique's not too far ahead. Dominica's way back there. How far?
2 hours.
All right. Okay, to continue this confusing passage, we are now past the squall. It's moving behind us. Got some good clear air out to port. But now the wind's kind of moving behind us and dying a little. We're still moving along, but yeah, I wish I knew what the wind speed was exactly and the wind direction. I'm not used to not having a wind instrument, so we're just doing the best we can, setting the sails the best we can. We're still moving along pretty fast, but yeah, it'll be nice when we're in Martinique, won't it?
Yeah.
I see some squalls ahead. Those will have gone on by the time we get there. It's really, we got to watch what's going on over there. But yeah, this is pretty smooth right now.
We can still look up at the wind indicator and see the direction of the wind. You can set the sails, well, the mainsail based on the telltales and that kind of stuff, which is stuff we look at anyway. The biggest challenge is the head sail because we haven't reefed in, so there's not any telltales visible. So we're winging that one a little bit. But
yeah, there's the wind indicator. I can see where it's pointing, kind of right off the beam. Yeah, so if it stays just like this though, this is all right. I keep on turning this off and back on. Yeah, something's wrong with it. We'll have to figure that out after we get to Martinique. We'll be back behind the island. Can't get here soon enough. Crazy passage. Okay, we're motor sailing back behind the island now. Not too much further to go to St Pierre. Oh, that stunk. It was not fun trying to sail without the wind indicator at all. Got to figure out what was going on there. Ugh. What do you think, Lindy? You got some cell service here?
I do. Just checking our emails.
Nice. Starting to see cities here. This is Mount Pelée that we're next to. Beautiful, always covered in clouds. We're going to try to hike that in the next few days. So, yeah, that'll be awesome. Wouldn't you know, this passage is not going to let us out that easy. Looks like we're gonna get rained on before we get in. Wouldn't you know it? Oh well. Help wash some of the salt off the boat and me. Oh, feels kind of good, I guess. Wow. Get you washing your face too?
Yeah.
We're anchored pretty much close to the same spot where we were in St Pierre just a couple months ago. Right here. Yeah. Beautiful little city. Very nice. We're just gonna go get checked into the country and start hanging out in Martinique. How's it going down here, Lindy?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. We got done with the chaos that that was after the sail.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Okay. Glad that one's over. Nice. Back to Martinique. Stay tuned for our next episode where we hike the Mount Pelée volcano and even hike down into the caldera. Sunset will be before too long. That should be pretty. Continue this confusing passage. We're now